The sleep of the faithful. In the ancient city of Ephesus, the sun shone on white marble and golden statues. But behind the beauty was a shadow. The king demanded that everyone bow to idols made of stone. Maximian and his friend Sadiq stood in the crowded square, their hearts heavy. They knew in their souls there was only one creator, and he was not made of stone or gold. Secretly, other young men joined them. Among them was Malchus, who spoke of a hidden place where they could pray in peace. Under the cover of a velvet blue night, Maximian and Malchus met by the city gates. They decided to leave behind their lives of comfort to protect the truth they carried in their hearts. Before they could escape, the king summoned them to his high throne. He was draped in purple silk and frowned with cold eyes. "Why do you not bow?" he thundered. Maximian stood tall, his voice steady. "Our Lord is the Lord of the heavens and the earth," he replied. The king, stunned by their courage, gave them 3 days to change their minds. They did not wait for the 3 days to pass. Sadiq and Malchus led the group deep into the mountains, climbing over jagged rocks and through narrow passes. They carried nothing but their faith and a few silver coins. As the city faded into a tiny speck below, they felt a strange sense of freedom in the wild air. As they reached a hidden cave, a woolly dog named Kitmir began to follow them. When Maximian tried to shoo him away for his own safety, the dog sat firmly at the entrance, his eyes bright with loyalty. Maximian smiled and realized the dog was to be their guardian. Inside the cool, quiet cave, the men grew tired. They knelt to pray, asking for mercy and a way out of their trouble. As they finished, a heavy peace fell over them. Maximian and Sadiq lay down on the soft sand of the cave floor, and within moments they fell into a sleep deeper than any they had ever known. The sun rose and set, rose and set. The light tilted across the cave floor, but it never touched the sleepers, keeping them cool. Malchus lay nearby, and Kitmir stretched his paws across the threshold, guarding the door as the years turned into decades, and decades into centuries. The world outside changed, but inside, time stood still. 309 years later, the heavy sleep lifted. Maximian rubbed his eyes and sat up, feeling refreshed. Sadiq woke beside him, stretching his limbs. "How long did we sleep?" Sadiq asked, looking at the sun. "Perhaps a day or part of a day," Maximian replied, unaware that the world they knew was long gone. Hunger finally stirred them. Malchus took a silver coin and headed down to the city to buy bread. When he reached the gates, he gasped. The idols were gone, and the people spoke of the one God openly. When he handed his coin to a merchant, the man stared at it in shock. "This coin is from the time of kings long dead," the merchant exclaimed. Malchus realized then the miracle that had happened. A kind stranger walked with him through the streets, explaining that the city was now a place of faith. They had been preserved as a sign of hope. Malchus looked at the new world with tears of joy, knowing that their stand for truth had outlasted the strongest empires.